Federal prosecutors are hoping to show that former Metro Police Detective Brett Hankison has a pattern of interfering with SWAT team operations. His federal retrial will start in October. Those new court documents reveal new details about previous SWAT operations involving Hankison, including the botched raid on Breonna-Taylor's apartment. Brett Hankison's actions in the Breonna-Taylor raid on March 13, 2020 got him fired, and now he's facing a second federal trial. Federal prosecutors argue he shot blindly through Taylor's apartment window. They say after the initial shots, Hankison ran out of Taylor's breezeway and fired 10 shots through 2 windows along that side of her home. Those windows were covered by blinds and curtains. But investigators say those shots went right through her neighbor's apartment wall as well, where a child was sleeping. His first federal trial was declared a mistrial, but evidence presented during it shows that Hankison's shots allegedly came within several feet of where his fellow officers were standing in Taylor's doorway. In new court documents, prosecutors argue Hankison has 2 prior incidents they say also put fellow officers and civilians at risk. In 2016, Hankison was part of a narcotics investigation. SWAT officers were on scene to make an arrest, while Hankison and narcotics detectives were supposed to form a perimeter. Court documents say Hankison did not join the perimeter, but instead drew his handgun and ran between the suspect and the SWAT team, who had their rifles drawn. The second incident happening in 2017, a few months later. SWAT officers were performing an undercover operation at a barber shop on Dixie Highway. As SWAT officers were waiting for customers to leave, court documents say Hankison aggressively entered the scene, driving the wrong way down Dixie Highway. Hankison allegedly had his gun pointed out of his window, blocked in a customer who was trying to leave and began yelling at them, blowing the SWAT team's cover. The judge in this case has yet to rule whether these incidents will be allowed to be introduced as evidence in the new case for October. Again, Hankison's federal retrial has now been set to start on October 15th.